We waited for the test results and stayed with Maisie the whole time, and when they came back, it was just not good news.
This woman contacted Target 11 for help after her dog Maisie died. She blames a popular brand of dog food, wants that food recalled.
Consumer investigator Robin Taylor discovered hundreds of complaints of dogs getting sick, even dying after eating Purina Beneful. Robin?
Well, I've been contacted by 2 different people who believe their dogs died recently after eating Purina Beneful. I talked to the FDA about this. They are aware of the complaints, but haven't found a contaminant. So at this time, the dog food remains on the shelf. Carissa and Scott Doherty have loving memories of their 2.5-year-old English Mastiff named Maisie.
I've never had a dog that would just come and bury her head in your lap because she loved you so much.
In January, Scott picked up a big bag of Purina Beneful. A week later, Maisie started acting a little off. The following week, she began throwing up.
It seemed like there was really something wrong, and I was really getting worried.
At the vet, Maisie's condition continued to deteriorate.
They said that it was poison. It looked like she drank antifreeze.
But the Dohertys say the only thing that had changed was Maisie's food. Their vet suspected aflatoxins that can come from moldy corn. 2 days later, there was nothing more the vet could do.
Her kidneys and liver were shutting down, and there was no coming home for her.
That evening, they filed complaints with Consumer Affairs, the FDA, and Purina. After reviewing the vet's findings, the FDA began looking into Maisie's death.
We assumed that you could go to the store and you could purchase any bag of dog food and your pet would be okay.
On the Consumer Affairs website, I found more than 400 complaints of dogs getting sick or dying after eating Beneful, all made in just the past 3 months. Purina calls the allegations misleading, saying there's no scientific evidence to support them. A spokesman told me, "We are confident there is not a quality or safety issue with our products," adding Beneful has never had a product recall.
You don't know whether the Beneful killed Maisie.
No, we do not.
In my heart, I know it did. There's nothing that could have done this. The only thing that answers the question is the dog food.
The FDA is awaiting toxicology tests. Those tests could take several weeks. They're also testing samples of the food and say if there is a safety concern, they will alert the public. In the meantime, Purina stands by the safety of their food. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.
They're one of the most common complaints to Target 11, cyber criminals filling our inboxes with phony emails to try to target our money and our identity. It's called phishing. Consumer investigator Robin Taylor discovered how easy it is to create a bogus website designed to steal your personal information. Robin?
David, phishing is one of the easiest ways for cyber criminals to get your personal information. You hand it right over to them because you think they're a trusted source. It's as simple as clicking on a link because it looks like the email is coming from your bank.
We have temporarily suspended your account and your access to online banking.
This email stated someone had tried to access Tina Blodgett-Darr's Bank of America account. If she didn't verify her identity, the account would be closed.
It had their logo, it had their email address, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it was very real.
But a call to Bank of America revealed the email was bogus. It had bounced off servers in Brazil and Denmark, landing in Tina's inbox in Pittsburgh.
It's very hard to catch them for the sheer fact that a lot of the bad guys aren't even in the United States.
It's estimated Americans lost more than $25 million last year to these schemes. To get a better understanding of how this type of crime works, I turned to Sergeant Michael Del Cimuto with the Pittsburgh Police Computer Crimes Unit. He showed me how easy it is for criminals to fool you.
This is our website.
So this is your website.
He scrolled down to my bio on the WPXI website.
That's me.
And you click on the link and there's your feed.
And then he showed me a duplicate page. I couldn't tell the difference. It looked exactly the same.
So you somehow copied this?
Right, I copied your website.
Only this time when he clicked on the link, it didn't go to my page. He set it up to go to the city of Pittsburgh's website. And that's the trick. The phony website looks real, but the link could lead you to the bad guys.
So is it easy for somebody to create a very real-looking fake website?
It's very easy for someone who understands the code.
Here are a few surefire ways to tell if it's phishing. First, check the email address it's coming from. Then, look for grammatical or spelling errors. Finally, inspect the web address.
If you hover over your PayPal link and you see it's going to something like igotyu.com.uk, then maybe it's not going to PayPal. If you hover over the PayPal link, it should say PayPal.
The top 5 phishing emails look like they're coming from financial institutions, and there's no sign of it slowing down. About 500 million phishing emails appear in inboxes every day.
Phishing comes and phishing goes, but phishing will always be here.
Another way to protect yourself is to set up different email accounts. For example, my PayPal account isn't linked to my work email, so if I get an email at work from PayPal, I know that it's not real. If you're ever in doubt, don't click on a link, type in the web address, or pick up the phone and make a call. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.
They said he would be blacklisted from renting a car anywhere in the U.S., all because of a dispute over a tire. So he contacted Target 11 for answers.
And our consumer investigator Robin Taylor discovered if you're on this rental car list, it's hard to find your way off of it. Robin.
Well, it sure is. The viewer who contacted me rented a vehicle for a youth trip. He paid his bill and then got an unexpected charge. When he fought it, the company threatened to blacklist him.
Brian Hardy had a flat tire when he rented a vehicle like this. He called Payless and exchanged it, but when he got his credit card bill, there was a $272 charge for a damaged tire.
Do you feel that you damaged the tire?
I don't.
American Express reversed the charge, but that wasn't the end of it. The bill went to collections. So Brian filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau and got this response.
The company will be absorbing the cost of the tire. However, Mr. Hardy will be added to our unauthorized renter list.
It went on to say the list was shared throughout all rental companies across the United States and Europe.
So this dispute over a tire could keep you from renting a car anywhere?
That's right.
I contacted all of the major rental car companies and found out it's true. They do have do not rent lists for people who've wrecked or abandoned vehicles or just haven't paid their bills.
Is it hard to get off a list like that if you're put on it?
I would think it's a lot of red tape.
Jody Harris is a travel agent who's seen customers have to pay double.
And if you walk up to Hertz and all you're on that do not rent list, it's not easy just to slide over to Dollar's counter and try to re-rent. So it can leave you really high and dry.
Brian fought back and got his name removed from the list. Payless still thinks he damaged the tire, but the CEO told me something didn't go right here, and there's now an internal investigation.
To threaten an industry-wide blacklist is just wrong.
By the way, there is no national or international do not rent list. Rental car companies keep their own lists, but they can't stop you from renting with another company. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.